What's happening, NXPT? I'm Andrea, performance dietitian and fellow NXPT member. We are well over halfway in this fitness results challenge. I hope everyone has been in the gym killing it and also crushing it with your nutrition. Hopefully, the things that you have implemented over the past couple weeks are starting to become just your normal habits, routines, behaviors, things like meal prep, drinking enough water, going out for walks after you're eating, choosing colorful fruits and veggies, getting enough protein with all your meals and snacks. Hopefully, all those things have kind of come routine by now. When you are grocery shopping, of course, that's all where it starts. So hopefully every time you go to the store or you're ordering online, hopefully the healthy options are now kind of the go-to options. I think kind of the goal with nutrition is to make those healthy behaviors and healthy choices kind of on autopilot. So you don't have to make all those decisions and have decision fatigue all the time. So hopefully that's becoming a little more automatic. If you are not meal prepping yourself, remember we have a great option. We are partnered with Lean Machine Meal Prep Company that offers delicious meals. You can just pick their signature meals. You don't even have to build your own, or if you want to customize, you can. But those are really good options that have small and large meals with chicken, fish, turkey, beef options with veggies and carbohydrates in the perfect portion sizes. So if you haven't already, check out Lean Machine Meal Prep. Otherwise, hopefully you are meal prepping yourself, having healthy snacks in between your meals, drinking enough water. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the NXPT Games coming up. Hopefully, most of you guys are going to be competing in the NXPT Games. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of tips for kind of nutrition on a competition day. So ideally, every single day that you're in the gym training, you're also training your gut. And so you're practicing your nutrition on a daily basis when you go to the gym. That means before you're going to the gym, you are finding the right time frame before the workout to have a small snack. This could be something really small like half a banana or a small like granola bar. Some people like to make energy bites where you just combine like your favorite nut butter. So whether that's almond butter or peanut butter with oats, maybe a little bit of honey, maybe a little bit of protein powder, some dried fruit, coconut flakes, chocolate chips. You can add in whatever you want and roll those into little bite-size energy bites. Some people like to make those. Or you could make like muffins, granola, anything like that. Rice cakes, just like a small little snack to have before you go work out is a good idea because those carbohydrates are going to fuel your muscles and you're going to be able to work out harder. And that also starts the recovery process. So I know everyone goes to the gym at different times, so just find what works for you. If you don't have a ton of time or you're somebody that works out in the morning like I do, even if it's just something small, if you can take a couple bites of something, that is going to help you. And then obviously water. Our workouts are only 45 minutes, so we don't really need to like refuel during the workout. The NXPT games, the competition is probably going to be maybe a little bit longer than that, but I don't know if you're going to be able to get water while you're running it. So it's even more imperative that you are fueling up before you go compete at the games. And I know I just talked about your pre-exercise meal or snack, but for competition day, this actually starts the days before. So leading into the NXPT games, since they're on a Saturday, you want to make sure that on Thursday and Friday, you're eating really well and you're not under eating because that is going to be all the gas in the gas tank, all the energy that you are going to be using on Saturday. So on Thursday, especially Thursday for dinner, make sure you're eating a good dinner, have that performance plate with a quarter protein, a quarter carbohydrate, maybe a little bit more than that, and then the rest non-starchy, colorful vegetables. Friday, make sure that you're eating breakfast, lunch, dinner. Some people, a lot of active people have like a breakfast one and a breakfast two, or a lunch one and a lunch two surrounding their workouts to make sure that they're fueling up and then refueling. So just make sure that you're eating regular meals and that you're not skipping meals or under eating the days before competition because that's your gas in your gas tank. Those are the money meals. Another thing is unless you're a seasoned competitor, which is entirely possible because at NXPT, we are competing all the time. And so a lot of us are used to doing competitions, but if this is going to be your first competition, you could potentially feel nervous on the morning of the NXPT games, which is completely normal. And even if you are a seasoned competitor, you could still potentially be feeling nervous when you compete. That's like a totally normal, like desirable physiological reaction because your body is getting ready to basically fight. But along with that, that could also blunt your appetite. And so if you don't feel like eating anything the morning of your competition, and this also goes for like if you're ever running a like a race, a 10K half marathon, like any kind of competition, you could feel nervous the morning before. So that's why it's also so important to make sure that you're eating the day before so that if your nerves kick in and you're not able to eat as much as you had planned, at least you have that stored gas in the tank. If you do lose your appetite or you're not a really big morning breakfast person, try shifting from solid foods, maybe try liquids. Liquids are a lot easier to get down and you can just sip on something, even if you don't feel like chewing, pancakes or something, whatever, waffles, you can, or oatmeal, you can usually still just like sip on something and get it down. So maybe that is like half of a protein smoothie or something that again is like carbohydrate based, but maybe has a little bit of protein in it. And then make sure that you're adequately hydrated. You want to make sure that you are drinking roughly half of your body weight in ounces of water per day. So I weigh 150 pounds. I want to make sure that I'm drinking at least 75 ounces of water per day. My refillable water bottle is 25 ounces, so I need to make sure that I'm drinking at least three of those a day, starting early and often. It happens to all of us, but we sometimes we go throughout the day, we get to the afternoon and we're like, "Oh my gosh, haven't had any water today." So make sure that you're starting to drink early and often because you don't want to get to the end of the day, chug a bunch of water, and then that's going to keep you up at night, disrupting your sleep, and it's like a whole thing. So, stay hydrated, and then recovery nutrition is also really important. Every day after your workout, you want to make sure that you're getting in protein, fluids, and a little bit of carbohydrate as soon as is convenient for you. I recommend that people bring their protein shake, whether that's a protein powder that they have in a mixer bottle that they're mixing with water or their favorite milk, or the ready to drink like Premier Protein, Fairlife 30-gram protein is the one that I get, or whatever protein drink you like, muscle milk. I recommend bringing that with you to the gym, have it in your car so that when you leave the workout, just drink that on the way home or have it in the shower. I know some people may have heard before about a shower beer. Well, I recommend a shower protein shake. So just have that as soon as you can after the workout and then still have your breakfast meal or dinner or whatever it is, like within an hour or two after that as well. Um, you can also, if you are not somebody that likes to eat a ton before working out, if you do have one of those protein shakes, you can try drinking just a couple sips of it, like maybe half of it before the workout. And that can also serve as kind of your pre-workout fuel. Those are going to be primarily protein based, where what's fueling you for the workout is really carbohydrates, but it still provides you with some energy. And also, it can start the recovery process as soon as it's kind of like you're priming the system to already start recovering because you already have that on board. Those amino acids are going to be available to be shuttled they're going to be absorbed and shuttled to your muscles from your bloodstream. So make sure that with the NXPT games, you're also bringing your protein shake, whether that's one that you're going to mix up with powder or one that you have ready to drink, and then also some other snacks because what usually happens is you finish your race, you're going to want to have your water, your protein, sip on that, and then you are going to want to hang out and stick around and watch other people competing, check out the vendors that are there. And so make sure that you have like your own recovery nutrition and protein, and then maybe some food. I don't know if vendors are going to have food there, but just make sure that you bring your own because you don't want to delay eating because that will cause you to be more sore and all of that. So those are some tips for the upcoming NXPT games. You can also use those for any competition that you have coming up. And just remember that every day when you're training in the gym, training your muscles, you're also training your gut because the gut is a muscle as well. So if eating around exercise is something that's new to you, just know that it is a muscle that you have to work on and kind of build up over time. And every day you have the opportunity to kind of work on that. That's it for this week's video. And we have one more, our final video next week to close out this challenge. See you guys then.